What up, YouTube? All right, may the 4th be with you. And you. Hey, hey. Looks a little dusty, a little dirty. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, she's a little dusty. All right, and may the 4th be with you. Hope you guys are getting lucky out there. I'm gonna put this little guy, it's real. I don't make them, I just find them. So 4-leaf clover going in the Guns and Ammo 2022, June 2022. And I'll put it right here on the Lucky Strikes ad so we get a little more luck. And then I'll set a book on top of this, let it dry, and then I'll sandwich it in some tape or laminate it, one of the two. Yeah, I'll just set a book on there. So I hope you guys are doing well. May the 4th be with you guys. Quick look at all the lightsabers I've gotten this far, or this far through the year. And I'm trying to cut down on my knife purchases, but I got a few more on my list. I don't think it'll ever go away. Always something new coming out. Check out those new cold steels coming out. Schrade has some new lineup coming out, made in the USA, so those look promising. So first up, I got a little package from Jet 001. He sent a little neck knife and a 50 cal bottle opener. This thing's pretty hefty, and it does work. I think you know how I know. So anyway, 50 cal bottle opener, pretty hefty, pretty cool. Thanks, Jet. And then he sent out this little neck knife, which takes a little bit of getting used to, so I'll just run through what I figured out. And in some states you can't conceal carry this. So in California you can carry this, but it needs to be openly carried so you can see it. So it kind of makes a neck knife illegal if it's under your garment. But this could go onto a backpack strap very easily. You could show it off on hanging on the outside of your shirt or wherever. But definitely with these ringed knives where you got to get a finger through there, you need to know which finger to get in there. So first drawing this knife, it seems like your pointer would go in there, but it just gives no actual leverage to the knife. I mean, you got your knuckle duster on there. So if this was on your backpack, getting that middle finger in there and getting it out, now you got lots of leverage. This little nub here actually gets in here really nicely. Makes for a decent hold with the thumb there. But if you were to go in there with like this, you know, you need to know how to operate this knife or any with the ring. So definitely practice drawing. Know which finger you're getting in there. Pretty cool little knife, a little get off me knife, or anything really. I mean, you could whittle with it, I'm sure. And then I was trying to practice if I was to grab it in reverse grip, which doesn't seem possible, especially if you're going at it the wrong way, you know, with the wrong finger in the hole, and it just doesn't seem to work. Get that back in there. So I figured if it was going reverse, you need to get the ring finger. Let me see. You need to get the ring finger in there, not the middle finger. Because if you pull the reverse, now your pinky's out here on the blade, which you can't really protect it well. So you need your ring finger to get into if you're going reverse grip. Now you kind of have enough leverage in the knuckle duster. I wouldn't really go for ring or reverse grip with this knife. It just takes a little bit to know and doesn't feel as comfortable in hand this way. But you got to know which way is possible. So ring finger if you were going reverse grip, middle finger if you're going forward grip, otherwise your pinky's going to be out on the knife. So put it back in again. So middle finger for forward grip, and ring finger for reverse grip. So anyway, hope I didn't mess that up too much. Cool little knuckle duster on here. It was very sharp. I've cut some boxes, cut some paper. Could use a little polish right out here. There's a little nick I can feel if you go real slow. Anyway, it's sharp. It'll do what you need it to do. Could need a little polish, sharpening, stropping, whatever, to get it up a little more. I'm not sure what it is, if you can read that on there. I can't read much without glasses on anymore, so I think that says thumb. Your thumb would go there, but it seems like it needs to go way up there. Okay, so those are from Jet001. Go check them out. Cool dude. Yeah, give him a holler, give him a sub, check him out. So from Jet001, and then my knives that I've bought so far this year, I think a few of you have saw the Lucky, and then this is my Lucky. I bought two of them, one to give away and one to collect for myself, because I saw the cold steels were coming out with a whole bunch of slip joints, but they're just mocking all the other brands of slip joints, and they don't look very cool. They just kind of look cheap. This one looked like a better cold steel before the cold steel switched over owners. They made this one carbon fiber S35VN, I'm pretty sure, on the steel. I'll let you just read that. There's all the specs for the Lucky. And so I'm giving one of these Luckies away still. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. If you want some extra credit or whatever, go back to some of my old videos and leave a comment if you never have before. And I might just submit people from comments on old videos. I don't know. So anyway, quick look at the Lucky. I got that a while back. It was on sale, but it is a higher end knife with the materials itself, and fairly quality, made in Italy for cold steel. So I got two of those. One I've been carrying and testing. It's cut 20-pound braid very easily. It's 20-pound braided fishing line. Cut box, you know, anything pretty much you need it to cut. It just doesn't have a lock on it, which I am used to locks on a lot of my stuff. So, but I've been very impressed. This thing slides right through some fishing line. You don't even feel it click off there or anything. So I've been using mine. Got a brand new one in the box. I've opened it to make sure it wasn't broken in shipping. But as far as opening this plastic, I have never opened the plastic. I just examined it through the plastic and put it back in here. The little pouch, felt pouch to go with it. So this one has never been used. It's been opened and looked at to make sure it wasn't broken in shipping. So this one's up for grabs. I'm not sure when I'll draw it, but this is my birthday month, so sometime this month. And thanks for you guys watching. So there's another new knife I got this year so far. Another lightsaber. Anyone watching, paying attention, because I do such random videos. I don't keep anything in order or whatever. I broke my Frenzy right at the beginning of the year. The spring in here is kind of jacked up. I think I could fix it. So I might take this apart in a video, maybe fix it. Probably won't post it. But something went wrong in here, and I was doing the chicken wing opening where you really torquing the knife to pop it open on all its force, and that's when it popped and didn't work the same again. So I think flinging some of these bigger blades out with that torque might weaken this stuff up, you know, after thousands of hard opens, flinging out of the pocket with this snaggletooth, or doing the one hand flinging it open. So anyway, I broke this cold steel. Didn't break it. It's not working properly. I think it's fixable. So I need a new knife for defense if this one isn't there, because this to me is the ultimate in defensive knife. This is the zombie slayer. That's the worst case scenario. poke them in the eye, and walk away. But that, you know, if you're going for survival or anything like that, the zombie apocalypse is the one to strive for. If you can get through a zombie apocalypse, everything else should be a cakewalk. So I felt like you can't carry the sword to work or to the store or whatever, but you can carry a frenzy, which will poke to most vital organs fairly easy. So, and it carries so nicely in pocket, so thin, so skinny, fairly lightweight. Greatest knife I've had, just in the sheer looks of it. I am scared of this knife. I don't play with this knife very much because it is very sharp and pokey. So anyway, broke it, and I got another one to replace it. So Midway had, I put in a notification at Midway several years ago for a frenzy because they were all sold out, and then I got, I think on the 20th, April 20th, I got a notification, said the frenzies were back in, and they're in the blue. So I think the next day, April 21st, I got on the computer, put in an order. There was only 3 left in stock. So they sold out really quick. I got mine in. Paid at least $50 more than my original. But let's take a quick look here. They look like the same everything. Cold steel anytime, anywhere on the box. Same branding. Looks the same. But then I didn't notice. So this is the Frenzy 3, which is the one on the table. It doesn't look green. It looks gray. The box is green, dark green. But this one is gray. Which, no problem. We know, me and my buddy both ordered these at the same time, and both got the same color. Even though the box shows a green one, we got this grayish, I guess there's a little green to it. I don't know. But no biggie on the color. Still the same knife. But this blue is popping, man. It's taking me a while to get used to it. I'm starting to like it more and more. And it's the Frenzy 2. So somehow, way back when, we bought the Frenzy 3, and just April 21st, I bought the Frenzy 2. So I'm not sure what the difference is between the Frenzy 1, 2, 3. It looks like the same exact specs on both of these knives. So anyway, I'm so happy to get the Frenzy back. Look at that beast. Seeing some of the testings with these kind of blades, these Wharncliffes, they're so devastating in puncturing and chopping. There's a couple videos on them, but when it goes into a stab, this top actually pushes that blade to cut, and this cutting blade is always got the pressure straight. There's no arc in this blade to pull the pressure off the cut, you know, or put the pressure on one part of the cut. This is all going to be cutting at the same time without that belly. So very devastating blade shape. They're catching on more and more with defensive use. And the Frenzy, man, it's just a hidden little gem if you want to. I mean, look at the reach on that if you grab it at the very back of this. So you got over 5.5, I think 5.5 inch blade plus your handle. So you're getting almost a foot of reach from your body, you know, from your long reach of your arm. And that's probably enough ums and buts and showing off. I don't know what's on that blade right now. But quick look, cold steel, S35VN, made in Taiwan, G10, the Frenzy. So one more knife. So once I broke my cold steel Frenzy, the original, I felt really, so yeah, once I broke this blade, I felt undergunned, I guess, or unarmed, since I didn't have my beastly folder defensive knife. So I had to go buy something, and I think some of you saw it. So I went and bought the Recon 1, and this is the 4.5 inch I did not bring the box with me. Tonto blade. And then I bought the cog ring and the snaggletooth quick deployment. So when you pull it out of your pocket, it'll snag and open. So there's a few things to get right with this knife, or to learn. Once you get one of these cog rings on, just like the little neck knife, you need to figure out which finger goes in the hole. Yeah, take you back to your high school days. Anyway, so if you're drawing this out of pocket and you go with your pointer finger, like most people would think, to draw this out of your pocket, this middle finger now is sitting, I don't know if this is going to come out right, but this is in your pocket, and you're going to pull like this, and this little thing is going to, this little snaggle tooth is going to snag the blade and start to open. Well, you can see where my finger is right there. So I've already cut this finger, this middle finger, probably 3 or 4 times right in the same spot. Just little lines going across my finger, because I go in like this, I start to pull, I'm not wanting to deploy, but this opens up just enough, and then I try to stop the deployment, and when it closes back down, it cuts my finger. So I didn't like that a lot, but that's because I was drawing it wrong. So after 2 or 3 times of doing that, you'll learn, keep this finger out. So the way to deploy out of pocket for me, in the front pocket, so yeah, so to get this out of front pocket for me, and the way they recommend doing it is just get your pinky in there, and your hand is going to be coming over your pocket like this. As you pull, the blade opens, pops out of pocket, and you're already in the perfect grip, if you go with the pinky in the front pocket. So as you pull the knife out with your pinky, you'd hear the click, and your hand can go right onto the knife and be in the back grip here with the cog ring on your pinky. Some people may or may not like that, but it is a very quick deployment, very secure. Now, I like to carry it in my back pocket, and then that puts it into my weak hand is going to draw. So if this is in my back pocket, and this is the part showing for my finger, I can grab it now with my pointer finger, start to slide it out of my back pocket. This catches and opens, and I'm already in the reverse grip. As soon as you hear the click, you're pretty much in the reverse grip, with the cog ring now being your knuckle duster. So I love it in the back pocket deployment. People need to try it out more. Depends on if you sit down a lot and how comfortable that is and all that jazz. But anyway, I like the back pocket deployment, your weak side. If you can't get to your gun, you can get to your defensive knife and fling it out with the quickness. Anyway, don't want to use it. So Recon 1 was to replace the Frenzy. Love the knife. G10, no liners. It's nice and light. It's thick enough in hand here, thick-wise, so it doesn't just roll like a Code 4. It's just a little thin and a little slick, and it just wants to kind of roll because it's so skinny. It carries well in your pocket, but this is just so much nicer in hand with a little bit of thickness compared to a Code 4. And the Code 4 is a little bit smaller blade. They make the Recon 1 in 5 sizes, I think. Extra large. This is the, or large, regular. This was the regular, and then micro. I don't even know. There's 2 small sizes. So anyway, hopefully I can cut that together. So my lightsabers of the year so far, Recon 1 is one of the greatest all times. Greatest utility, defense, whatever. Love that Tonto shape. I've used it quite a bit. I don't know if you can see the wear. I like to open the box just with this little point right here on the Tonto. And anyway, quick look. There's the Recon. Did not bring the box for it, but you can look the specs up pretty easy. The old Frenzy, which I might fix. Got a little wobble in there. The new Frenzy, which I'll probably switch over the snaggletooth on here so I can quick deploy. And she's a bad mamma jamma. This knife scares me, so I don't play with it too much. Total respect for this guy. Anyway, frenzies were out. They sold out, but be on the lookout. Put in a notification if you see a knife that has sold out on Midway. You can put in a notification if it's still available, and they'll notify you as soon as it comes in. That's the only way you're going to get one of these probably. If they come in, they are gone. So anyway, quick look at all my lightsabers of the year. And don't forget, I'm going to give away one of these Luckies. I'll probably give away that 4-leaf clover with one of these. So you get a Lucky and a Lucky. Anyway, quick look. A lot of blade in this knife, but it should be legal in most any area because it's non-locking, just a slip joint. So anyway, leave a comment. Go to some of my old videos and leave a comment for more chances to win the Lucky. And it's brand new in the box. Like I said, I only examined it to make sure it wasn't broken. Never opened the plastic. I'm gonna drop it. So not used, not opened from this point. And if you want to win it, leave some comments in some of my older videos and this one, be a subscriber and all that jazz, and I'll pull a lucky winner pretty soon. So may the 4th be with you, and let's see your guys' lightsabers. All right, guys, have a good one. Watch your 6 and keep prepping. Get that garden growing. Later. All right, real quick look. These are my shorts. It doesn't draw as easy out of these kind of pockets as opposed to regular jean pockets, but it still works with practice. I'm not going to try to deploy it on this one. I'm showing you how not to draw it with your pointer finger on the Recon. So if you put your pointer finger in there like this, natural instinct is to have your middle finger looped around the loop, and as you pull and it starts to grab the pocket, your finger's still there and you can see the blade. If I try to not deploy it, it's going to close on my middle finger and cut it. And if I do deploy it, no problem. But then I have to still adjust my whole hand to figure out how to hold this. It doesn't come out to any kind of grip that's worth much. So they show deploying it with your pinky if it's in your front strong hand or weak side. So with your pinky, you're going to grab the ring. My thumb is coming to the back side of the ring, and as you pull and open, your hand is already in a better grip towards the back of the knife with the pinky and the cog ring. All right, so back pocket deployment. So back pocket deployment in the shorts still. This one, if you go with your pointer finger, I've showed this off, and you're going to pull up and then towards the snag on the snaggle tooth. So as you're doing that, your hand is out of the way, everything's out of the way. When it flicks, your hand is automatically dropping into the reverse grip. So I love the weak hand back pocket carry. So try it out if you haven't. If you got a snaggle tooth and a cog ring, it works with the frenzy in the back pocket, but I don't have a cog ring for a frenzy. It's too big already. So this old frenzy will still work. So frenzy's in. This is the old one with the snaggle, and of course it's in my shorts pocket. Takes a little more practice. Back pocket. All right, and I'm in an RV right now with limited space to fling. So that's another thing you got to practice with, the amount of space it takes to open the knife. It will, if you practice enough in a tight area, you're going to cut some curtains or put someone in danger, so be careful. All right, I couldn't drop any music in. They wouldn't let me download it, so had to re-edit. So hopefully you guys, may the 4th be with you guys. Go over to any of my old videos, drop a comment, leave a little lucky clover, or hey, I'd like to get that lucky knife, in any of my old videos, and I'll see who put in the most, and maybe they'll win. So if someone really wants it, they might put in 10 new comments. I don't know. So have a good one out there. Sorry I couldn't drop some music. I think YouTube's changing that. But yeah, keep prepping, guys. Later.